The
fucking
first
hypochondriac fucking crazy weirdo wants me to stick my finger in his ass.
Baby, if you ever wondered what albums appeal to me, welcome to the show called Breaking Vinyl, hosted by myself and Dave and P. Welcome to the show, Breaking Vinyl.
Welcome to Breaking Vinyl. I'm your host, Des, a.k.a. Johnny Fever. Tonight, I'm joined by my three co-hosts. First up, the podcaster, coming through in high fidelity, Evil Ed.
Hey, everybody.
And the podcaster playing the deep cuts,
Dangerous Dave.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
and last but not least, the podcaster with a degree in rock and roll,
Beakenstein.
Hey.
Oh, fuck. Okay, perfect. And as always, the mission of this show is for us to introduce each other and you, the listeners, to albums and bands which you may never have heard before, while also discussing the classics. And on occasion, we will ruthlessly insult each other's musical taste. So sit back and enjoy the show. Okay, so first of all, I would like to address the elephant in the room. The intro song, our theme song, has not been replaced. You will get the old song again next week. I came home from work and I laid that thing down in my studio. I thought it was funny. I ran it by the guys and they said that I could run it for one episode. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, who cares? Okay.
Go fuck yourself, hey.
Exactly. Tonight, we will be discussing Tesla's second studio album, The Great Radio Controversy, produced by Steve Thompson, released on February 4th, 1989 by Geffen Records. The album peaked at the number 18 spot on the Billboard 200. The band's lineup was and is as follows: Jeff Keith on vocals, Tommy Scotch on guitars and backing vocals, Frank Hannon, guitars, piano, synthesizer, and organ, Brian Wheat, bass, backing vocals, and Troy Lucetta on drums. Ed, how'd I do?
You nailed it.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm scared now. Okay, let's do a couple of band facts here. I actually have a real fact today. I have two, but one's not a fact. So, first one, Tesla's first album, Mechanical Resonance, was way better than this album. That's a fact. Number two, in late 1981, bassist Brian Wheat and guitarist Frank Hannon formed a band named City Kid, which evolved into Tesla. Dave, what do you got for band facts on this one?
Yes, the album was certified double platinum by the RIAA on July 23rd, 1998. It is number 11 on Rolling Stone's 50 Greatest Hair Metal Albums of All Time list of 2015. I don't really agree with it being number 11.
No.
By the way, Def Leppard's Hysteria was number 1 on that list.
Oh.
So it's a trash fucking list.
Oh,
Fuck that list.
Fuck that album. How can you listen? When you have Pyromania, how are you putting fucking Sugary Feet on that? Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Pyromania was down the list from number 1.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. In a newer interview with Metal Edge, guitarist Frank Hannon says he's proud of this album, but thinks they did too much overdubbing.
Yeah. I think. Okay, we'll get into it.
That's what I got.
Ed, what do you got?
So, I had a gig last night and I
So you
woke
don't have
up.
much?
What's that?
So you don't have much?
I don't. However, I have an interesting fact that I think is what makes albums so great. In the release of the Great Radio Controversy, the sleeve for the album actually has a story of the Great Radio Controversy between Nikolai Tesla and Marconi on who actually invented the radio.
Interesting.
And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of cool because that's like holding a record and opening it, and all the information you would get on a record was just what made it so good to buy.
Right.
You know, the music's great, but it was so much additional. And you kind of like when it went to cassette from album, you at least had all the folds. I mean, God, I can't. All those cassettes that unfolded like 10
900 times. So good, so good.
And then you go to CD, and then you at least had a book. You know.
Well, for a minute, remember when the CDs came in those long cases?
Yeah,
those were kind of cool.
Yeah,
but yeah. All right.
But it made me miss it. I'm like, oh, geez, you know, now you just everything is on the computer, so no one really prints anything. But it was kind of nice. It just made it more personal, I guess. You had you were more vested, I think, in it because of it. So, yeah. But that's kind of all I got.
So, you guys don't know how close you were to not having Evil Ed on the show today. We pushed this thing back hours to make sure that he and I could argue on air. So there you go. Fee, what do you got for facts on this album? I know you love it because you picked it.
I wouldn't say that I love it. I definitely Mechanical Resonance is one of my top 10 favorite albums all time. So I wanted to try something a little bit different with this one, knowing that I know the album, you know, whatever. But Dave, I'm with you on this one. That Rolling Stone list is complete rubbish.
Oh, yeah.
Mechanical Resonance isn't even on it. And then some of the other things on it, I was just like, oh,
dude, what?
You're telling me
that this is on that list, but the first one isn't.
Correct.
It has like fucking 10 hit singles in a row.
Right.
Oh, right. I hate everybody. Fee, you went and saw Tesla? Am I correct?
I did. I saw them on Wednesday night out here in Vegas, and it was pretty cool, which kind of leads me to another fact.
Okay.
Currently, you know, we have Jeff Keith on vocals still, and Frank Hannon still there, and Brian Wheat. But the drummer is Steve Brown, who is the brother of Dawkins' Mick Brown. So
so cool.
I thought that was pretty cool.
How did you do?
He did great. Like he was fucking wailing, you know, so I had to look it up after the show. I was like, man, who was that guy? He was pretty good. And yeah, sure enough.
You know what's funny, Fee, is that last week I had said, you know, poor man's Guns N' Roses. I was wrong. This is the poor man's Dawkins, okay? I was like, I was like, these songs are like this mashup of like Dawkins and Rat, but just not as good. Okay.
You're out of your mind.
Okay, I know. Well, you think I'm out of my mind. Okay. So here we go. It's story time again. So you're all probably wondering what the hell the woman in the intro clip was yelling about, and you're all about to find out. So all the weird stories I've told you up until now was just setting base camp before we go on the summit of Mount Everest of weird stories. So we're all at base camp. We're getting ready. We're gearing up. And Fee, I'm not sure you're going to survive this journey. If you want to turn back now, no one would judge you. You in?
I'm in, 100%.
Okay. So I'd like to front load this story by saying my wife has very small hands and tiny fingers.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
Know where this is going.
So believe it or not, I am a hypochondriac.
No.
Yeah, it's true. And I drive her crazy with like every fucking day something else. So I decided it was time to have a prostate exam, but I hate going to the doctor. Not going. You go to the doctor, they're going to find something wrong with you, selling you fucking procedures. So I asked my wife to watch a YouTube video and perform the exam on me. She immediately protested, but after 2 days of fucking going, just something, I know it, she reluctantly agreed to perform the prostate test on me. So I bent over the bathroom sink, whoop, and you'll all be relieved to know that she found nothing. She thought the prostate felt good. So that's my story for this week, and now I'm going to run it around the table. Ed, have you ever asked your wife to perform a prostate exam on you? Okay. Insert crickets.
Yeah, there you go. I think that describes it. The silence is deafening, right? Listen, so I get it. You know, there is definitely something to be said. I mean, listen, supposedly you can, have a climax from prostate manipulation.
I've tried, so I think that's a wives' tale.
Listen, I'm not opposed to it. I've had several prostate exams and
Several? It's like a hobby?
No, like I go to the doctor all the time because that's their job. It's not my job or my wife's job to check my prostate.
Fee, have you ever had your wife check your prostate?
Oh my God. No.
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Hey, Dave, I know you're not married, but have you ever asked a girlfriend to check your prostate?
I have not.
Okay.
But that reminds me, I need to make a doctor's appointment.
Okay. I had lunch with a coworker. The guy's like 45. He's like, well, when I had my third colonoscopy, I'm like, your third colonoscopy? I'm like, is this your hobby? You like enjoy colonoscopies? Like 3 at 45? It seemed a bit extreme. All right, everybody. I think we've gone as far as we can with that.
Hit our public service announcement for today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We better do good.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. No. Let's do some opening thoughts on this album. So let's see. I thought that I loved this album, and I didn't. I remembered loving it. I didn't love it, and I dusted it off, gave it a spin, and it was a letdown. It had so many bad 80s hairband tropes on it. It was so dated. It was a grind for me. Dave, what'd you think?
All right. I can't say that I have listened to this all the way through before. I've had it on CD for a while. At the time, back in the day, I do remember hearing several of the songs on the radio back in New Jersey. Shout out again to old school Seton Hall College radio station, 89.5 WSOU.
Nice.
Yeah, they played the best shit back in the day.
Nice.
I remember recording Be a Man off the radio onto cassette because I was particularly impressed with the guitar playing on that song. Of course, the love song video on MTV. Still play that all the time with my 80s cover band, the Sunset Strippers.
Nice. Go check them out.
Yeah, that one also has really great guitar parts.
Cool. Good stuff. Ed, have you heard this album front to back before preparing for the podcast?
I have not. I'm a big greatest hits guy. If I like the greatest hits, I'll usually dig more into it. But honestly, I think the greatest hits album is phenomenal. I forgot how many great songs I wrote. So I liked hearing this album. I appreciated a lot of the music, especially for all the songs that I haven't heard. It definitely made me rethink Tesla a little bit. However, I still think they're one of the most underrated bands of that time period.
Yeah, I don't agree. Fee, I know you've heard this before. Well, it's funny going into this. I really was thinking all the same shit you were just thinking, but I just hadn't listened to it as an adult. Fee, I know you've heard it front to back. Just give me your thoughts quickly on this album and why you chose it.
Yeah, I chose it because I was going to see them, this week. And, I wanted to kind of prep for them by revisiting one of the albums that I don't listen to nearly as much as I do Mechanical Resonance. So I thought it was worth a shot, and I'm glad that we did.
Yeah. So we're about to take our second trip to a summit. This is going to be a tough climb. All right. Track number 1. Hang Tough. That's original. So I love the intro bass line on this track, but it sounds a lot like Mountain Song by Jane's Addiction, like a lot like Mountain Song. I can't say for sure which one came out first, but I love the bass line, so whatever. I loved it here. I love it there. Great bass line. The production on the drums, really nice, but I am not crazy about the guitar sound here or anywhere on the album. He's a decent player, but I do not care for his style. I mean, he's fine, but whatever. Dave, what do you got?
All right. Yeah, I picked up that same thing about the bass line. it's a nice opener, not too in your face, but it sort of sets the stage. We got a little harmony guitar. I like the cool licks and riffs. Unfortunately, the phrase "hang tough" reminds me of the New Kids song, so that sort of ruins it a little.
Yeah.
But nice guitar playing, soloing towards the end. I actually do like the guitar sound on this.
Oh, really? Very processed, like super processed. They were unable to get any clean sounds, and that includes all the acoustic work he tried to do. It's just there's just nothing there for me.
You are out of your fucking tree.
And dude, all these songs too. Hang tough, Lady Luck, did it for the money. No way out. It's like they were sitting down, right? And they wrote down all these these trope sayings and then wrote songs around them. Like none of it sounds genuine for me. All right, Ed, hang tough. I actually like the new kids version better.
You know what? I'm gonna come to your house and kick in the balls.
Oh, please. How about a prostate exam? Big hairy couple.
Even better.
Right.
I love this song. This is just a great song in my opinion. The opening is fantastic. I love the bass groove. Yeah, there's a million songs that have a very similar bass groove. Thanks to the internet, I'm sure we could just search that music sample and there'd probably be 30 songs that pop up over the years. But I think the tone is really good for the bass in that. And I like that it's kind of simple. But then when that guitar riff and solo, the short solo kick in, I think it's great. The guitar playing in the song, I think, is exceptional. Frank and Tommy, they work and sound amazing together. The chorus is real catchy, I think, and Brian lays down a smooth moving bass line. It's so complementary to the rest of the music. Tesla does a lot of harmonized solos and harmonized guitar work, and I'm a fan of it. I like, it doesn't matter if it's them, Maiden, whoever it is, Priest, two guitars, when they play a good music lick and it's harmonized, I think it works. The breakdown coming out of the solo, I think, adds great dynamic to the song. And I think the piano line adds a lot of good emotion. The drum fill. So there's a drum fill coming out of that breakdown that I think is one of the best drum fills I've ever heard. And I don't know why I didn't notice it before. And I've heard the song hundreds of times, if not thousands. And for some reason in the headphones, that fill really stuck out to me. I listened to it like probably 10 times in a row, just trying to hear the little parts and sequences that are in it, because it's kudos to Troy for that one. And then the outro guitar solo under the chorus, I think, is really badass. I really like it. This is one of my favorites.
I mean, Ed, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a catchy song. Of course it is, but it's just so dated sounding. It's like I've listened to 80s bands. We have done it on this show where their album stood the test of time. Like you listen to it and it still has kind of a timeless sound. This, you play this for a kid today, they're going to be like, no good.
I don't think any kid is going to relate to any sort of rock song. I don't care how timeless we might think it is. I think any kid that listens to music today, it's a different sound. It's the equivalent of going from the 50s to the 60s, the 60s to disco, and then, disco to 80s electronic pop, and then hair bands, and then all of a sudden back to singer-songwriters.
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe. You may have
it's hard to relate unless you have a real open mind and just appreciate music for music and not a style.
Right. So confession, I sent you guys that video that I had done for that original song, The Dark Side of the Beat. I actually stole that Jane's Addiction riff as well and wrote the song around it. So if any of our fans would like to see that video or listen to that song, you can go on YouTube. It is called The Dark Side of the Beat, and it's written by me, Des, and that will lead you to my YouTube channel where you can critique my songs and give them 40-watt fucking reviews.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, that's what we need to do. We need to do a show on your music.
Oh, there's about 30 songs in there. I've written some clunkers. I've written some good stuff, like we all have. But you got to remember, I write and record it all myself. I play all the instruments, I write the music, and I do the vocals. So I have
That
talent.
is true. That is
May
true.
not
I
have
can vouch
taste.
for that.
May not have taste, but I have talent.
You
Fee.
certainly can't golf.
Fee, go ahead. Hang tough. Hang tough for me here.
Hang tough. This is a great fucking song. Kick-ass opener. It was great live. I enjoy it. Playlist. I don't have anything else to say that Ed didn't already say for me. So,
Fee, what happened in the Fee house last night? What were you doing that's got you so gassed up today?
nothing.
Nothing?
I just, yeah.
I'll
Born-
tell you what got him gassed up.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm at my gig, and I'm taking a leak between the second and third set.
I already love it.
And all of a sudden, I'm like, why is Fee calling me?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So I just ignore the call because I'm taking a leak, and I got to go play. I texted him last night at like 2:30 in the morning East Coast time, going, hey, what's up? Just got done with a gig. Not that I wake up to a text. I called you?
Oh, no.
And then he texts me back later. He goes, oh, I was talking to my wife. She reminded me why I called you. I heard a Michael McDonald song and wanted you to do your impression of Michael McDonald.
Oh, shit.
And then he goes, hashtag drunkenness.
Yep.
Dude, you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that? So I work with this dude, right? And he fucking was playing some Michael McDonald, right? And I was like, from the other room, I yell, play it, Billy Ocean. He goes, Billy Ocean? That's Michael McDonald. So that's kind of an inside joke.
Oh my God.
They do sound similar, would you say, a little bit?
If I'm listening to like a Doobie Brothers or a Michael McDonald song and I can get his nuances, I think I can pull off a pretty good impression.
Okay.
I wish I had his voice. My God, he's got the voice of an angel.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, good voice. All right. Lady Luck, another clever title. Here we go. Fun little intro here, but it felt like the Wanted Man. Come on. Did you hear Wanted Man here? Like, we're a couple of guitar licks over this intro away from this being, and instead of the reverse fucking reverb on the snare drum, we're getting like a version of that. Like, this is fucking a total ripoff. I really liked the bridge in this song a lot, specifically the backing vocals. And I didn't like the dated, like, huge gang backing vocals, like, on every inch of this album. But here it worked for me. The lyrics in the chorus are just a little goofy. Like, it's just goofy. And I didn't like the solo. It's tough when you use that much whammy bar in one solo, not to have it sound wonky, and it did. It just got fucking wonky. You're exploring 900 fucking notes in this solo. Half of them are like between notes and chord. It's like, yeah, it was a fucking mess.
Des?
Yeah.
There's only 12 notes.
Well, no, not the way he was playing. He added like 12 more notes to the fucking to the fucking scale. There were F fucking like whatever. Like he was making up new. It was a disaster. It was a train wreck.
Oh, stoking the fire.
Yeah. Dave, hang on.
I thought it was a rockin' riff, good chorus. I didn't think it was super original, but it works. I can hear the bass in this song, but I'd like it to be in this one just a little more prominent. Second half of the chorus reminds me of Dawkins.
Like Dawkins, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That big vocal layering. Yep.
Yeah, I heard it too. Dave, I will say the drums and the bass on this album were exceptional. And I really like the way this bass player plays because he's all over the neck. He's up and down. He's running. He's doing all that. He got a really nice warm sound, but I couldn't hear the bass. Not the way it should have been produced. Should have been louder. Ed, what do you got?
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because like the whole time I'm like, okay, got to remember to make sure I put a note how great Troy and Brian are because they're undersold in a lot of songs that Tesla does because they are fantastic. And live, you're just like, what the hell? Granted, Troy's not playing with them right now, but I'm fortunate enough to see Troy play and fantastic. But this song, cool, weird effect on the guitar in the beginning. It didn't blow me away or anything. It was different, and I was like, all right. But I like the guitar groove. I thought it was cool. It's bluesy and a bit sleazy. I'm like, all right. I really enjoyed the chorus, though. I thought I liked the gang vocals in it. I agree, it works for the song really well. And there's only like in the background you hear a slight harmony that I think adds depth, and I think it really makes it sound much bigger than just your average gang vocals. But also, there's a picked guitar underneath the chorus. That's I heard and I couldn't unhear it once I heard it. So you have all this big, heavy, distorted guitar, and then there's this picked part that's just like a do like almost like arpeggios almost. And I thought it really added a nice flavor and sweetness to the chorus, so that kind of helped when I heard it. The guitar solo was okay; it fits the song well. Overall, I enjoyed the song, but it's a well-written, good song, but nothing that I don't know. Like I think Tesla's kind of a band of extremes. It's like it's either a really great song or it's just okay.
Yeah. Fee, what do you got on this one?
Yeah, definitely, Ed. I'm with you 100% on that, because some of the songs are just like, what are they doing? But other ones like this, I thought it was great, and it's a playlist song for me. My only note on this, which is funny that you mentioned it, Des, was that I like everything about this but that weird intro.
Yeah, it was freaking bizarre. I don't know. So here we go. This is, as I would say, the crown jewel on this album. No Way Out. I mean, this one could have been on the first album. This is what I love about Tesla. Like, this is Tesla firing on all cylinders. Great lyrics, great vocals. The song is structured perfectly. But this guitar solo made the hair stand up on the back of my neck. This was some super janky slide guitar. This guy has no fucking... Oh, no. Somebody should have stepped in and been like, nope, you're not ready. You're not ready. It doesn't need to be there. And it held this song back from its full potential. I mean, it's a fucking mess, dude. This is not good slide guitar. Ed, go ahead.
All right. So what you're saying is that, I'm not sure if it was which guitar, whether it was Tommy or Hannon, but either one of them was going, put me in, coach, and the coach finally caved. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I'm saying...
The beginning of the song, I like it. I think it has a great Louisiana swamp blues groove. It's a bit nasty. When you think it couldn't get better, because I'm really enjoying it. When the whole band kicks in, I love how it just added balls to it, and it didn't change the vibe of it at all. And that really, it made me want to go out, get a pickup truck, a gun rack, and go bury a body in a swamp.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I loved it. I fucking loved this song, just so good. The harmony in the song gives me a little tingle in my pants.
Yep.
It's simple, sweet, makes the song absolutely badass. The chorus is hooky as hell. The pre-chorus is a song in itself. I think it enhances the entire composition in the best way. The slide guitar solo, it's a slide guitar solo. The music under it, though, I love the layers. There's a lot of layers to it. The more I listen to the song, the more I hear it. This is such an amazing song.
Dude, if he had just fucking like plugged into his Marshall for this, right? I mean, just plugged into the fucking like front of the Marshall, right? Like from his Les Paul to the front of the Marshall, turned it on fucking 10 and just said, here, record this. And just started like wailing some fucking rock and roll guitar. This song is now over the rainbow. Like it's incredible. But yeah. Dave, what do you got?
Well, some acoustic jamming to open up this one. It was pretty hard rocking. Lyrics are okay. I actually like the slide guitar. At least in the video was Frank playing it. While I was watching the video earlier today. Yeah, I mean, may not be, a Rycooter or one of those experts of slide guitar, but
no, Mick Mars.
Yeah. But I thought it was all right.
Yeah, I mean, Dave, it's not like it's fucking awful, but like Ed said, the music underneath that slide is so good and the song is so powerful and just ass kicking. Like, don't start getting all sloppy and fucking like driving all over the road. Didn't work. Pete, what do you got?
Yeah, I love this song. It's a playlist for me. It's funny, Dave, that I didn't think you would like this. I thought you'd call it fake blues again, but
Now these guys
I
are
don't know.
legit.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean
I think so.
and
Oh,
just
totally.
so you know, it was Frank Hannon was playing the slide live at the show, so I'm just gonna guess it was him on the album too.
Yeah, guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Tesla sucks. This isn't fucking Brittany Fox or something. I mean, no, it's
Hey,
Tesla.
relax.
I mean, Tesla's legit. You can't fucking talk down that first album. I mean, they made it. They did it. I'm a huge Tesla fan. Just going back and listening to this record, I don't know if maybe I was like expecting to hear that first one and remember this one better, and that's why I'm having trouble with it. But don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to shit on Tesla, but I am. Okay. Oh, fuck. Be a Man. Oh, boy. Here we go. Yikes. So this is where the vocals started to just wear on me. I mean, like, just, oh, it had enough here. It's a lot of that 80s hair metal inflection that he's doing. You know, that, it's just like, oh my fucking Christ, just stop it now. It was so cheesy. It really made it feel so dated. And I also just hated the lyrics in the chorus. I mean, this chorus sucks. I fucking did not like this song. Dave, what do you got?
All right, here we go. Some sweet ass electric slide guitar. I heard this on the radio at the time the album came out, and the guitar playing drove me crazy. I was about 3 or 4 years into playing at this point, and being able to play something like this seemed so far away and unachievable. It was so impressive to me at that time between the slide guitar and the cool licks. Pretty sure I could play it now, but I should go practice some guitar after this. I like the song. The song's great. Lyrics are kind of hokey, but those big layered guitars make up for it and sound awesome.
Ed, what'd you think of Be a Man?
I hate the name of this song. It makes. Listen, I'm a huge Frankie Valli fan, but I'm like, did they do a Frankie Valli cover? You know, is this Walk Like a Man in their version of it or something? But the slide guitar opening is okay. But then when the music kicks in, I'm like, this groove does not fit the opening of this at all.
Nope.
I was expecting like a bluesy song, and instead it's a poppy music, like rock song. And that just didn't work for me. However, I like the music and melody of the song. I think once the song starts going, it's a great song. The lyrics just aren't good. I love the guitar solo, and the tone I think is really warm. It's big, and Troy drops a few really good fills in this song. I really think he's underrated and underappreciated as a drummer.
I totally agree.
I like this song.
I totally agree with that. Ed, I noticed on a lot of these songs, like they would just jump around from so many different ideas in one song. Like there's one coming up with this piano where it's like, okay, so it almost feels like we're going to get like a November Rain. And then it's like, it goes to like, we'll get there. But that was a lot of that was going on in this album. And it held these songs back for me. Pete, Be a Man.
Yeah, I felt the same way as you guys. It was just okay for me. Like I felt like they had a lot of really good pieces, but none of them fucking worked together at all. Like I don't know, it was just weird. Like even the solo didn't fit the song at all, but I thought it was a really good solo. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, too many things that just didn't seem to fit well together for me. So I don't know. I might hit next if I heard this on the radio or heard this, on an album or something.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't even seem like it was possible for these guys to make an album like this after hearing the first one. It was so good. And I almost feel like he started like devolving as a singer on this album. Like on that first album, he was like kind of trotting the line between, some of this tropey sort of 80s hair metal, like over inflection. But he was also like able to turn the dial back a little bit and give us some like kind of soulful, good rock and roll vocals at the same time on that first album, where on this one, It feels like he just like went like full hog, it was like, ooh, track 5, Lazy Days, Crazy Nights. This is just more of that fucking garbage 80s stuff. I can't. Oh, this intro guitar sound is so overprocessed for me. At this point, between the guitar sound and his singing, I'm getting a headache and I just want to stop. Okay. The song is fine, but it's not great. Again, we get the basic hair metal chorus, crazy days, crazy nights, like, oh, we're just rock and rollers in our Corvettes of fucking girls. It's like, oh, fuck you, you're so gay. It's fine, but it just feels like dated songwriting. It's just dated songwriting. It's not good. It's just not good songwriting. In 1980, whatever, when I'm like 17, sure, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I'm crazy days, crazy night, but it's not going to stand the test of time. And I wish the intro had a nice, clean acoustic guitar. I wish the outro had a nice, clean acoustic guitar. And I fucking hated the double fade out. Never double fade out. Never double fade out. No. Unless you're like Led Zeppelin and you do it once, no double fade out. Dave, what do you got?
Well, according to interviews, the song had been around for a long time. They played it back in the clubs, finally made it onto this record. Moody sound, lyrics are kind of bad. Guitar solo's okay. Some Hendrix-style backwards guitar in the second half of the solo. And then that classic fade out, fade back in, as you mentioned. Song is just okay for me.
Right. I'd like to edit the Jimi Hendrix out of that. There's nothing Jimi Hendrix about this guitar player. Oh, so Ed, what did you think of Lazy Days, Crazy Nights? I'm guessing you love this song.
No,
Oh, thank God.
but so first off, I hate the name of the song.
It's so bad.
It sounds like a cheesy fucking Kiss song.
What?
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Stop it.
Second
I
edit.
saw this and I go, oh, is this a follow up to fucking Crazy Nights by Kiss?
Oh, God. That's not Kiss, though. That's not Kiss.
No.
Anything after Unmasked.
I'm sorry. Is it spelled Kiss? And there are guys that used to wear makeup that weren't wearing it anymore?
No.
Fuck you.
No. Okay. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, so I agree with you guys. It's a weird fucking song. It definitely feels older. It's a total filler. The intro. Here are my notes because it's. I went through a journey on this that I wasn't expecting to go on. The intro doesn't work for me at all. Why have the bass and drums do that for a beat and a half? It made no sense at all to me, and it annoyed me actually. The song has this really dark vibe, and I wasn't feeling it in the beginning. The chorus didn't work for me at all when I first heard it, but then by the end, somehow it all came together for me. And for as weird as the song sounds, it's almost like my depression reached out and embraced it.
God.
And I was like, okay, I get it. It's not great, but for some reason, I can relate to it a little bit. But then, yeah, like you guys, I wrote, the end is such a pet peeve of mine. I'm not a fan of the fade in to fade back out. Why do it twice? It's fucking stupid. It's almost like, oh, the album is 3 seconds short. Oh, here we go. Done.
Let's go back in. Yeah, Ed, I didn't feel like this was a filler song, though, at all. Like, I felt like there was a great song somewhere here. They just, again, didn't deliver it. Like, it's got a great hook in the chorus. I mean, those lazy days and crazy. I mean, it's catchy. It's just gay as fuck. Like, I felt like whoever wrote all those amazing lyrics on that first album, fucking Too Late for Love. Like, there were so many great lyrics and great choruses on that first record. And I feel like almost like there might have been a ghostwriter that didn't come over onto this album. And the band was like, we can do it. It's like, no, you can't. So, yeah, I didn't think this was a filler song, though. I thought musically it was pretty good, but with some janky parts that didn't work, like you said.
Definitely.
Yeah, Fee, what do you got?
Yeah, this song was a little different, definitely different. And my overall thoughts on the album at this point are like, fuck, because Mechanical Resonance is so good. I like every single song. Close to a 100-watt album for me.
Yeah, me too.
And then the first 3 songs coming into this album, I was like, oh, I like these tracks. I like all of them, right? And then song 4 hits, and now song 5 hits, and then 6, then 7, then 8. And they're just okay. Like, they're not, I'm like, man, like, what happened to Tesla,
Yeah.
And I felt, overall, we'll get into it at the end, but there were like this album went on like 3 or 4 tracks too long for me,
Big
and
time.
with songs like this and like the next 3 coming up, I was like, oh man, if you just deleted those, like this would probably be a pretty highly rated album for me, or higher than I do rate it. But yeah, this was kind of a start of a skid for me on the album overall.
Yeah, I mean, Fee, I know you're going to agree with me on this. There's bands from the 80s I can listen to. Like when I listen to, Out of the Cellar, it's like Stephen Pierce. He's not, the best singer, but his voice never grinds on me. I could listen to 2 of those albums in a row and never be like, oh my God, I've had enough Stephen Piercy. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yep.
It's fine. It's just fine. And yeah. So track 6, Did It for the Money. Another just fucking horrible title to a song. Okay, so here we go. Finally, this guitar player proves to me that he's just making bad choices and he's actually a good guitar player. Because I love the guitars on this fucking song. This opening guitar solo is 100% greasy as fuck. Really, really good. The drums and bass are really, really good. You get these wicked simple, hard-hitting fucking tom bills. I love it. It's getting me all fucking pumped up. I love the melody in the chorus, but the lyrics suck. And this was my favorite guitar solo on the album. When it first kicks in, this is Ace Frehley. He is playing like the Ace. And the sound is cleaned up and it's crunchy and easy to listen to. And I really loved it. And I really wish that he had just gone this route on the entire album. I need to go back and listen to the first album again and see what he was doing as a guitar player, because I really remember liking him as a guitar player, and this not on this. This was Tommy's best work on the album, in my opinion. If that's who played the solo on this, I thought it was fucking great. But the song overall, I didn't really like it. Dave, what do you got?
Yeah, you got this guitar opening, band comes in and starts kicking some ass. Verse lyrics are cheesy, but the chorus is a little better. It really deserves a better lyric idea. They, we're talking about this, we're getting into this, but they wasted a good song on a hooker working the street lyrics. Tighten up the song, rewrite it with a better lyric, and they could have had another hit.
Yeah, it's just another trope. Like, it just felt like they just mailed it in lyrically. Ed, what do you got? Did It for the Money.
I'm not a fan of the groove at all. However, I think it sounds monstrous. I think the sound in general is big, but honestly, the best part of this song, I think, is the bass and drums. In the guitar solo, I really like the guitar solo, but I didn't like the music in general. The chorus is just blah to me. Honestly, if the bass and drums weren't as good as they are on this song, there'd be nothing good about this song, in my opinion.
Yeah, didn't love it. Fee, what do you got?
Yeah, I guess I kind of feel the same way. This was one of my lowest rated songs on the album. My notes were really just like good music. The solo's killer, but the lyrics are just fucking garbage. Like this, I don't know. I don't like this song. Just okay at best, because the musically I thought it was pretty good, but everything else sucked.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like the Tesla scale. I have to fucking rate this and fucking review this album as Tesla. It's not just another band from the 80s. I was holding them to a higher standard. Okay, so track 7, Yesterdays. Yesterday's gone. See what he's doing there?
Get it?
See, he's dazed because they're rock and rollers doing drugs and drinking.
Woo.
Fuck you, so gay. Okay. So we get a cool guitar intro. He's definitely laying down some good licks here. He actually started playing better towards the back end of this album, I thought. We get some of those nice quick drum breaks, which I like. Get a little of that on Junkyard. It was kind of cool. But the song is forgettable. The drums and bass behind the guitar solo, incredible. Double bass, kicking ass. Bass is fucking like all over the place. I absolutely loved it. The solo was creative, but it was lost on this great backing track that he had to play over. I didn't love it, didn't love the sound, and thought he missed an opportunity to give us something really hot here. That was my feeling on that. Dave, what do you got?
Well, got some more ass kicking here.
Yeah, we do.
about 10 seconds in, did this guy steal a Dimebag Darrell lick? It's from Cowboys from Hell. But I looked into it, and Cowboys from Hell actually came out a year later, but it's very similar, if not the same.
Yep.
So you're saying Dimebag stole it?
Who knows? Maybe he was a Tesla fan.
Maybe, probably inadvertently.
Song is not super memorable, but there are some great effects in the guitar solo.
Plenty of effects. Lots of effects. Ed, what did you think about yesterday's?
I like this opening. The opening is just fantastic. It's super energetic. It builds perfectly, and then I love how it just all the breaks into the verse. The song moves. The music is good. Some weird, quick solo parts in the breaks that I question the part choice. You know, like even like Tommy, there's Troy rather. There's like a drum thing he does that I literally went, wait, what? Like that just, it almost sounds like he went and missed something and he just said, good enough. Or they didn't notice it and just put out the song. There was another guitar part where I was questioning the chord choice where I was like, that's weird. And then I thought it got weirder as it went. I found myself questioning the song overall, but at the same time, I wanted to hear what was coming next. Because I just think it changed a lot. And this is clearly one of those, hey, look, we can play songs.
Yeah.
You know, we're not just, this hair band. We can actually fucking play our instruments. Bit of a show off, upbeat, dick swinging song. My opinion, the song completely changed from the beginning to the end of it. I actually listened to it again because I appreciated the song for what it was. But yeah, the lyrics, the lyrics I didn't even mention in my description because I thought the music was just great.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it didn't sound like they were playing together or playing for the song, though.
No. Oh yeah. No, it was okay. Let's all. Here's the chord choices. Here's the tempo. Let's just play and see what happens.
Yeah. And it got wicked. It got wicked janky feeling for me. A lot of these songs did. Feet, what'd you think?
Yeah, I don't like this song at all. Nothing. My only note on it was why. I wish they never made it. It's fucking terrible.
Dude, if you go back and listen to this podcast, you're going to be like, this album blows. Like, literally, dude, we've all it's not just me. I've been leading you guys down the fucking path, but you're all coming along happily. Okay, track 8, Making Magic. MTV, welcome to the bedroom. This is where magic happens. This is where I fuck my girls. Okay, Magic Man. I was starting to get the feeling here that all the songs were just bleeding together and becoming one big muddy song. Like, there was no separation. It all sounded the same by this point. And his mind-numbing vocals, it just kept doing it and the same thing. I literally was checking out now. It's just not fun anymore. This is not fun anymore. The lyrics are just blurry memories. I don't know what he was singing about. I couldn't give you one word back except the chorus was so bad. I just know he kept saying, making magic. And I was like, just no. The finger tapping guitar solo. Just terrible. Wasn't for me. Song felt like a jam. And the squeaky guitar sound at the end was going right through me. And I don't even think I listened to the entire song because I had to just go forward at this point. I'm sorry. I know it's not professional, but no. Dave, go ahead.
All right. Well, there was that gripe from Frank, the guitar player, about the layering. I understand what he means on this album. They could have had a raw product, but I think it works overall on the album, and I think it's done well. Song is pretty cool itself. Lyrics are bad. Chorus is most of the way there, kind of wasted in this song. Another one that would benefit from a rewrite and better lyrics.
Yeah. I wish they had brought in like Desmond Child and he could have like written all these great lyrics and like arranged these songs properly.
Oh yeah.
Fee, what do you got?
Okay. Song's just okay. I felt it was kind of weird because I like a band like Kiss because they are like a party and overly sexualized band. And I like a band like Rat because they're just fucking tough and can play, you know? And that's kind of why I like Tesla. So to have Tesla have this like weirdly one night stand sexualized, like, I want to make you sweat, it was fucking dumb, but it was overall the song was just okay. So yeah.
See, I never felt Tesla was tough or sexual. Like the singer was like a horse, like he was like a horse face, like Mr. Ed. Like I couldn't imagine that guy was getting laid anywhere, even back in the 80s. And then the rest of the band, they just seemed like dorks. Like they were dorks. And I wasn't buying any of this. Like,
No.
fuck this. What was their charm was that they were so good. They were such good players and their songs were so good. And that's why they didn't seem like your average 80s fuckhead band. But when you're not putting out good music and you're a horse-faced dork, it's party's over.
Yep.
Track 9.
Okay, so I'm not going motherfucker?
Track 9, the way it is. Oh, I'm sorry, Ed. Did I fucking leave you out?
You did. Apparently you had your mindset on Mr. Ed and just decided to ignore Evil Ed. Go fuck yourself.
I skipped
Des wants this album over so badly.
Did I go for fee? But I went for fee, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay.
No worries.
Go ahead. Tell us.
No, honestly, I agree a lot with Dave. I think this is so below what Tesla's capable of. They really just underwhelmed me on this. The song has its good moments, but overall, as a composition, it's just not good. The change in the middle just doesn't make sense at all with the rest of the song.
No.
It's cool, but it'd be cool on its own. It's another song, and yeah, it's weird. But I disagree with you, Des. I think these guys are more of. I think these guys were the breath of fresh air at the height of hair bands when everyone was putting out the same cookie cutter stamp shit. Tesla came out and they were like, for me, they were the Guns N' Roses before Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. That's
because
why
they were
that.
The first step to there's something coming. They weren't pretty boys. They weren't in makeup. And that first album was just so kick-ass. Everyone's like, thank you, Christ, were we waiting for this?
Ed, I totally agree. And that's why I said that last week. Poor man Guns N' Roses. They're clearly not as good as Guns N' Roses, and their songs aren't as good as Guns N' Roses, but they were one of the first bands to break the mold. Take off the lipstick, take out the hairspray, get fucking real. And, let's not fucking gloss over the fact that after Paradise City came out, fucking Keith came out and was like, I got a fucking white leather suit too, That was so goofy. It's like, sorry, buddy, Axl beat you to the punch. Don't do that. That's not a good look. Okay, so can we move on to The Way It Is now? This album is really starting to fucking... So this is... Oh, God. So the first thing I notice here is that...
I'm going to fucking punch you in the face.
The first thing I notice here is that the intro acoustic guitar sound was fucking bad. It was bad. And it's bad on the whole album. Like, they didn't know how to mic a fucking acoustic guitar. It's terrible. I like the drums and the bass. There's some nice panning on the toms. And I really wish Jeff could have just sang this song with less cheese, like taking all the inflection and the 80s, off his voice and just giving us that classic vibe and just let it breathe. Just let the vocal just just sing it for me. Just sing it like a man, like your other song. Be a man. And I wish the whole band had approached this song that way. Just less volume, less effect, just let the tune breathe and just deliver it like a rock band. But they didn't. They delivered it like fucking, just over the top, over everything. Dave, yeah.
This one peaked at number 55 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. I think it's a solid one. Has that Tesla sound. Cool mini breakdown towards the end, and I like the guitar playing.
Ed, what'd you think?
I want to make sure I heard you correct. Did you say the opening acoustic sound? And they don't know how to mic an acoustic?
Yeah, the first acoustic is whatever it is.
Where the fuck is there an acoustic on this song?
Oh, I don't know. I thought I heard an acoustic guitar.
See, you're so blinded by the dark side and your hate at this point. It's a fucking clean electric channel.
Oh,
it's so obvious.
Okay, well, it should have been a fucking acoustic guitar. And I'll tell you what.
I won't disagree with you on, but God, you fucking hate.
Well, no, because I was comparing it with the other acoustic guitars. It sounded like an electric guitar fucking with the volume turned down because it's all just trash. Fuck.
The opening, I love the opening to this song. It
Okay.
is such a great, almost Woodstock vibe.
Oh, fuck you, Woodstock. Come on.
Totally. The song is beyond what other bands were putting out at that time. The bass line is one of the best of the 80s. I think it's a great bass line in the song.
Agreed.
Every part of this song works so well and becomes this epic composition. It maintains its identity and warm feeling throughout. It's something that a lot of the previous songs lost before this. So it was great to kind of get through some of the like average songs to garbage songs, and then you get to this, and it was just yes from me. I think Tesla was absolutely robbed. This song should have been so much bigger than it was. I heard it and got mad at myself for forgetting how great it was.
Ed, let me tell you why it wasn't everything it could have been, because I agree with everything you said. The way it is a fucking great song. The problem is it wasn't produced properly. This song should have been produced like Patience, or fucking like they should have made this song sound Woodstock. They should have stripped this thing down and made it a classic song that would sound today like it was written yesterday or 1968. But instead, they produced this thing up like a 1988 hair metal song, and it fucking killed it. It's a great song, but it's not.
I agree. I think an acoustic would have been probably better than the clean electric.
Yeah.
But other than that, the production, I think, on this song is great.
It's good. It's good, but it's just they took a song that could have been fucking amazing, and they didn't know how to produce it properly to give it that sound that I want to hear in a song this good. Don't want it to sound like 1988 hair metal. I want it to sound like just a great song. Just a great song.
No, I get where you're trying to go with that, but yeah, it just, I don't know. This is one of the big four for me on this album.
It is great.
It is.
Yep.
Oh,
it is.
What a song.
It is great. I'm not going to say it's not. It's a great fucking song. Fee, what do you got?
See, and I don't know what you guys are hearing sometimes, because and maybe I have to go back and listen to this, but I'm with Ed on this. My first note is back to normal Tesla. Thank God. But one of my biggest notes on this, I thought, was like, I like this song because it wasn't overdone. Like some of the stuff feels like showboating and like, just look, we can fucking play, whatever. And I felt this song, the simplicity of it was what made it such a great song. So I don't know what you guys were hearing. Maybe I'll go and listen to it again. But I think this is, if not the best on the album, number 2. Like it's up there, way up there for me.
Really good. Really good. I mean, it is. Flight to Nowhere, track 10. Still got 4 to go. I wanted it to be over now. I couldn't stand Jeff's voice anymore. The ocean of effects on the guitars, mind-numbing. I didn't like this song. I didn't want to write any more about it, so I didn't. Dave, what do you got? Flight to Nowhere.
I thought it was a good rocker. It was mixed well. You can't actually hear the bass great in this one. The chorus was a little repetitive, but it works okay. And I like the multiple guitars in the solo weaving around each other.
Interesting. Ed, what'd you think?
So there's 4 songs left, and 2 of them are fantastic, and 2 of them are at best. This is one of the opening sounds way over compressed. I really I was like, whoa, like it was super noticeable. But musically, I think it really shows how well the members complement each other's playings. And that's really my biggest appeal for this band, is they all just play so well to not stomp on the other person, other than the show off song that we discussed earlier. I think they really complement each other well. The chorus falls flat to me. It actually wrecked the rest of the song for me. I like the bass tone though. It's super fat, super deep. I mean, it is big tone.
Yeah. Fee, what do you got on this one?
Oh, that's kind of weird that you guys love the bass sound so much because I thought it sounded kind of off to me. And maybe because it was so pronounced, I don't know. But I don't I I don't know, man. I gotta learn more about music, I guess. I have no fucking clue.
Hey, you're
The
learning
song
every episode.
the song's just okay. I felt like the bridge was the same exact bridge as it was like 2 songs ago. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
blurring together.
yeah. So it was kind of just kind of blurring together for me a little bit. But yeah, my one like music note on it was that the bass sound was almost sounded kind of flat or empty in the verse. And I don't know what that sound was, but it just sounded off to me.
Hmm.
But just okay. Nothing great, nothing special about this song at all.
So track 11, Love Song. I feel like I've heard this guitar intro on another album before. Dare I say a little Randy Rhoads, maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. It's a great power ballad, right? I mean, these are the best vocals on the album. I feel like Jeff finally dialed back a little bit, and it saved the song for me. I'm glad he didn't approach it like the rest of the album. Like, he's literally just giving me some like authentic vocals here. Like, he wasn't afraid to just say, hey, this is how I sing, no, it's just let me have it right between the eyes. And I enjoyed it. I thought this song was really solid, well written, well performed, well produced. Dave, what you think?
Yeah, there's this famous acoustic opening, multi-layered, at least 3 or 4 guitars, probably more like 5 or 6 or 7. One of their best songs. I like the featuring of the bass part in the verses. The song reached number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100, and great guitar solo. I thought it was melodic, not super flashy, big soulful bends, and then it ends mellow like it started. Good song.
Interesting. So I see what's happened now, why I'm missing Ed. So when I wrote this script out, there were 4 songs more than on the last album, and I just wrote Des Dave Fee. So in my mind-numbed state, I just didn't realize I didn't write Ed. So
I
Ed,
love you too.
what did you? Or maybe I foresaw that you were going to bag out on the show today.
There you go.
Ed, what'd you think of the love song?
Here's my first note. I will fight anyone that doesn't think the intro to this song isn't absolutely beautiful. It's a great acoustic piece that blends with the beginning of the song perfectly.
It is.
So anyone out there, you don't like it, DM me and I'll be happy to let you kick my ass.
Nice.
The song is a power ballad. God. Oh my God. It is one of the best of the 80s. I think they took power ballad and rewrote it because they rewrote the formula because the bass is so prevalent and just so gorgeous in this song. You can't not hear this song you can't hear the song and not sing it. I mean, it is uber catchy. It's uber easy to just love. The composition is so well done. Each instrument complements and builds on each other. Then you add the lyrics and the melody on top of that. It's an absolute masterpiece of songwriting and production, in my opinion.
Yeah, not a masterpiece. So here's the thing with a song like this. Okay? So this is the bridge between power ballads like Home Sweet Home and, and these other like hair metal bands, and then a power ballad like Sweet Child of Mine. So this still is not produced and not arranged and not performed like a timeless song that could have been played by Led Zeppelin or could have been played by Guns N' Roses. That's Sweet Child of Mine. You're getting next level songwriting. I
don't consider that a power ballad at all.
Oh, it fucking is totally a power ballad. It's a new form of power ballad. It's like real music.
It's a mid-tempo song. It's not a slow song.
It's totally, dude. My point is, this is still wrapped up in a little fucking 80s hair metal package.
I don't understand why this apple tastes like an orange, and it's orange and I had to peel the skin off it.
Because
you're comparing 2 different fucking things, Des.
I'm comparing Guns N' Roses and what they were doing with songs like this at the same basic time to what Tesla was doing. And I'm saying they weren't quite as evolved and different as you're making it out to be. It's still kind of the same old flavor I was getting from a lot of bands back then. The big gang vocals, the overprocessed guitars, the fucking noodly guitar solos that have no soul, fucking the big booming drums.
Oh,
I mean,
disagree.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. I've lost Fee, it's you, right?
It is me.
Okay,
And
go.
I'm going to talk about this song live because it actually kind of answered a lot of questions for me about things that I've asked on this show in the past. So cool thing, they set up the acoustics on stands so the guys can play and then switch back to their, strapped on guitars, electrics, which was nice. It was cool to see that.
He said strap on.
Your favorite, Des.
Yeah.
I'm sure that I can't wait to hear that story.
Yeah.
Shot down on that.
Coming up next week. So Jesus Christ. Thanks, Des. I lost complete track of where I was on that one.
Strap on guitars.
So funny. Strap on guitars. But to the ones they had strapped on them. One of the things about Frank Hannon and I think his name's Dave Rude or whatever, who's in the band now, they make playing look so fucking easy, but it sounds like they should be going crazy, like they should be dripping sweat. They're playing so fast and so hard at times, and but they make it look so damn easy on stage, like anyone could do it. And I know that's not true, but that's just the way I kind of felt at the time. But this song live was amazing. For another reason too, is Jeff Keith didn't try to oversing it. He did a lot that night, and at times it got kind of, I guess, pitchy, you would say, like he doesn't have the power, he couldn't really hang with some of the other, deeper stuff that he tries to do on this album a lot. And
yeah, his stuff's really high.
Yeah, and it just kind of, at times it sounded like a fucking cat retching, like it wasn't good at all. But this song he killed it. This was really fucking good. This was excellent live. Probably stole the show on Wednesday night. Nice.
Yeah. So the band is old now. I mean, are they still able to pull the album off like 60%?
Yeah, definitely. Like
Okay.
if it weren't for the vocals, the band was pretty tight.
Yeah, because I listen to like, concerts now, like, Sebastian Bach, Skid Row. It's 0%. He can't sing anymore. Or you
Right.
watch, Rat now. 0%. Stephen Pearcy can't sing one line. It's
Right.
over. So
Right.
it's nice that they're at least, but then you see a band like Kix, who just retired. And
Yeah.
they were still pulling it off like
Yeah.
perfectly. So
Totally.
Although I saw Rat right before COVID, and Stephen Pearcy was great. I was not expecting it.
you were drunk. It was bad.
I actually went there expecting like 100 people to be there, and the place was sold out 1,100 people.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've watched a lot of Rat recently, and I just can't see him doing well at that show. I don't know. All right, track 12. So I like the piano in the intro, and I feel like there was a good song in there somewhere, but they did not give it to me. Think about a song like November Rain, going back to that. This is toilet water compared to November Rain. No, dude, don't even embarrass yourself.
Blasphemy.
Dude,
November
listen.
Rain is such a piece of garbage.
Oh, yeah, it's a piece of garbage. Scott.
It's so over. Look at how pompous we are. Literally everything about that song and video is fucking pompous.
Dude, that guitar solo is fucking amazing. The fucking piano, amazing. The words, amazing. Arrangement, amazing. This is a fucking puddle. With
Oh my God. Are you the guy that's rumored to have sex with Axl Rose? Oh my God. Oh, kill me now.
I don't know if I should share this story. I did date a girl. So I did. You know what? I'm not going to, because I don't know if she listens to the show. So I'm just going to let it go.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like there was a good song here, but I never saw it. And the song is all over the place. Okay. It's heavy. It's fast. It's slow. It's clean. It's distorted. It's wet. It's wet. It's dry. And the vocal hook is junk. This song sucked. Dave, go ahead.
Super dramatic opening. here, little piano, almost sounded like a Meatloaf song or something like that. Some nice harmony guitars, not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I just got that vibe. A little bit of a, Def Leppard Pyromania vibe in the song too. The vocal was set back a little bit. It sounded like they had some, weird like flanger or something on it. I didn't like that. I would have liked to hear the vocal a little clearer and more up front. They got messy in the fast section, but holy shit, that guitar solo came in, sounded killer, and saved it, I thought.
There was a guitar solo?
What's that?
When did that happen, the guitar solo?
Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere,
because you have to listen to the whole song, Des.
The guitars were almost even too loud, if that's possible, but then the song just kind of ends. They definitely should have either kept going with the solos or provided a real ending, because it just fell off.
I was joking. I heard the guitar solo and it was good, but the problem was the song started off like this, beautiful piano song. I thought it was going to get one thing. And by the end, when they're just in full stride again with everything on 11, just kicking ass, I'm like, what happened to the song I was listening to? So I don't know.
Ed, the new song?
Yeah. Is this another song in the song? Go ahead.
I can't believe I forgot about this song. I had to punish myself because I love this song. It is so fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
The guitar, that opening guitar riff, it's super emotional. How can you not hear the emotion on that? Oh,
there's no emotion.
The chords, oh, God. Honestly, your fucking idea of fucking, if it's not fucking dirty, weed.
What do you mean? I just said
so you
November.
Can no longer be fucking dirty. Go fuck yourself.
I just said November Rain was amazing. All right, so
there you go. That explains it. It fucking sucks.
So
it's fucking such a shitty song.
What song is better, Paradise or November Rain?
Paradise.
Oh,
by
all right,
1,000 fucking %.
Okay. Ed, what song is Fee? What song is better, Paradise or fucking November Rain?
I think you should flush them both in the fucking toilet.
But if you had to wipe your ass with one of them,
God, probably Paradise.
Oh, all right, just quiet down, mute your mic.
So,
Dave,
the chords, the changes, the tempos, all of it, the monster fucking emotional guitar riff. I think it holds everything together so well.
Dude, this isn't even a real song.
What?
This isn't even a real song. It's not. It's
totally. Oh my God, it's so fucking good.
The
harmonies in the verse and chorus, they totally hit me fucking in the great way. Yeah, I think it's just a great song full of emotion and stress. And then it goes into like a double time part to end it with the solos and everything. And that I could have lived without, but I get it. Whatever. But yeah, I think the meat of this song is just, it works for me so well.
Dave, remember, we have listeners in like 18 countries. I'm going to ask you, and your reputation's on the line here, buddy. What's a better song, Paradise or fucking November Rain?
I got to go with November Rain.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, Jesus, you guys.
Even though it is pompous and overblown and overproduced.
How good is the guitar solo?
The guitar solo is amazing.
It's amazing, and he's in front of that church, and I'm fucking like, yeah, Slash. You should.
Great. So there's a good guitar solo.
No,
the rest of the song is fucking trash.
Oh, okay. You are comparing fucking like fish candy with like limoncello right now. Okay. So
what the fuck?
I didn't make the comparison. You made it, you fucking tard.
Okay. Hey, that's not politically correct. You can't say tard.
I didn't say re. I just said the other half.
Now you did. Okay.
I said re. I didn't say it.
Okay. How do we get here?
Okay. Has any? Who else needs to talk about Paradise? Fee, do you need to talk about Paradise?
I do, because I had two notes on this song, and one of them, Des, you said, and one of them, Dave, you said.
Okay.
My first note. Oh, that's a little dramatic.
Okay.
And like my exact words, dramatic. I was like, man, thank God someone gets it, because and then this is a good song that just fucking goes off the rails. I don't know what happened. It was like they forgot what song they were playing and just fucking threw a bunch of shit together.
Yeah.
Still better than November Rain, because that song's a piece of fucking trash.
And you know what? You literally just reinforced everything I said. You said it's dramatic. I said it's emotional.
It's traumatic.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
And then I said, the double time long solo ending, it works, but it's eh. And
Right.
yeah, you're right. It kind of fucking
Yeah.
just changes at that point to a different song.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to insist that we. All right. Let's move on. Party's over. Album's over. Let's put this thing to bed. Whatever. Another song blends in with the rest of the songs. More overprocessed everything. More trope 80s vocals and another lame chorus. I was glad it was over. Dave, what do you got?
All right. Cool sound, good guitars trading back and forth left to right. Again, sounds like Tesla. They sort of have a unique sound for their band between the singer, the way they play, and the riffs and chords they choose. This one, song lyrics and hook aren't the strongest, but it's okay. Still rocks. Nice guitar solo.
Yeah, Dave, you're right. They do have their own sound, and I will give them that. They have a signature sound, and it's, for the most part, pretty good. Not really on this album, though. Ed, what do you got?
Oh boy, I wish the album ended with Paradise, because this song, it's an okay song. It feels more like a middle album song instead of an ending song. There really isn't a hook, in my opinion, and the music is not their best, but it has its moments.
I wish it ended with November Rain. Fee, what do you got?
Oh, too funny. Just okay for me at this point. My note is this. After Love Song, I'm done listening to this album. It's gone on way too long. Not a bad song, but the album at this point is starting to feel like work. Like I'm punching the fucking clock on this thing.
Work.
And I'm done. So just okay, but I'm done. I'm over it.
It's work. Okay.
Yep.
And now it is time to release
The bonus track.
This week's bonus track was requested by Mark Kitchen. He writes, "Hey guys, love the show, especially Des. And I'd love to hear you guys review Time Again by Asia." Okay, you guys starting to notice a trend here with the people writing in?
It's amazing that everyone loves you.
Hey, I'm gonna tip my hat. I'm adding that to these
No.
these write-ins. And I would also like to say, Seamus, you were the first one to notice. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. That was a true mistake. Seamus. You were the first one to notice that I was, when we didn't get a write-in, I was actually picking the bonus track and crediting it to a Bill Murray character in a movie. But that, we had done a few more. We had done Frank Cross from Scrooged, and there were a couple other ones in there. But yeah, good call. You got it. So yes, the bonus track was Time Again by Asia. So I'm not a big Asia fan, okay? But as a musician, I have to respect their unbelievable uber talent. And it's on full display in this tune. Intro. You want to talk about a dramatic intro? This is a dramatic intro. It's heavy. Everything is locked in. It's performed in virtuoso fashion. The drums, fucking incredible. The bass, ridiculously good. The little breakdown, it's like a James Bond movie. It's amazing. The guitar solo, so clean, so great. Now, do I love this song like I love, let's say, Africa from Toto?
You're such a dick.
I know. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do not love this song. I would not search this song out, and I would never listen to it again. But I do love the individual performances and how they bring it together. So, solely based on the technical perfection of this track, it is pushing 73.3 watts for me, because these are all studio musicians and they deserve that score. They're that good, even though the song sucks. Dave, what do you got?
1982, off the first album of a super group of guys, all from terrible prog rock bands. That's just my opinion. I'm more of a heat of the moment kind of guy. But yeah, the beginning of this, all I could think of was Nightmare Before Christmas. Just making Christmas.
Totally. That's awesome.
Kind of overblown from the start, but the instruments sound good together. They sound cool when they start the chugging rhythm. Obviously, these guys are all expert musicians. Nice vocal harmony, and then there's the weird jazzy fusion break part, which I kind of like. It's definitely ear-catching. guitar solo has an epic sound, a little fusiony for me, but it fits. Ends like the beginning. I will give it a 64.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's like Dream Theater. Like, I don't like Dream Theater. I'm not listening to Dream Theater, but I mean, fuck, if you can't see what they're doing and appreciate it. Ed, what do you got? I know you're a huge Asia fan.
Got your mic on mute.
Ed, push the little button
Stupid me.
on
I'm
top.
my sore throat.
There he
I'm
is.
coughing a lot, so I'm trying to mute myself so you're not having to edit out on my coughs.
Okay.
I'm not a huge prog guy, but I'm with Dave. Their releases that were on the radio, Heat of the Moment, Only Time Will Tell. I really like those songs. Like I turn it up when those songs come on the radio. However, I have to be in the mood to hear a prog song because you have a bunch of prog guys who made a supergroup prog.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, it's just another prog band that had a couple pop hits. Phenomenal musicians. I mean, next level. And I will listen to prog any day of the week over a jam band. But yeah, other than them being phenomenal in putting together some bizarre shit, I can't deal with it. It's too much. But yeah, individually, they're epic musicians. I could only dream as a child to be that good, and clearly here I am as an adult, nowhere near. Like I couldn't even, kiss their feet. That's how poor. That's how good they are and how poor I am. So I gave them, based purely on the fact that they're just amazing, and they did have a couple hits on the radio. 65.2.
All right. And Fee, what'd you think?
I'm thankful for this opportunity because I only know a couple of Asia tunes, the ones you hear on the radio that everyone knows, and I like to kind of, I don't know, I enjoy them thoroughly. But this was fun for me. I actually went on and listened to the entire album after this.
Oh shit!
And, yeah. So I enjoyed this a lot actually. And I'm glad, Dave, you mentioned the thing about the movie bit, because I was like, man, that's a weird intro. It's almost like a bad transition in a movie, like it was just kind of bizarre. But overall, this was cool. The way they mixed some stuff. I was listening on the earbuds. They bounced some stuff back and forth. I thought this was a cool fucking tune. I gave it an 82. I liked it a lot.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. It's funny. It reminds me of the 40-year-old version. You framed a fucking Asia poster. How bad did the guys laugh at you when you brought that in? So good. So good. All right. Ed, please calculate the score.
Oh my God, that's so good. So good. All right. So a Time and Again by Asia has a total watt score of 69.87.
69, dude. And Dave, where does that land it on the Breaking Vinyl Wall of Fame?
All right. That puts us at number 4. Just under Skid Row's Wasted Time and over Reach Out by Iron Maiden.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Good. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the panic. And then, okay, no, we're good.
It's not at the bottom.
Yeah, I forgot there was only 5 of these. So I was like, 4. No, that's too high. But okay, it's fine. As long as that Iron Maiden song remains at the bottom. Okay. So what song I'd cut? I would cut Flight to Nowhere. And my favorite song was No Way Out. Ed, what do you got?
The song I would cut is Did It for the Money. And my favorite track is No Way Out.
Okay. And Dave, what do you got?
I would cut Lazy Days, Crazy Nights. There's about 4 songs in the middle of this album, tracks 5 through 8, that they should have cut for time and work on later in the future. This album would have been about 45 minutes and right on. My favorite track, sorry to you guys, is Be a Man. The way the song sort of has a strut to it. The killer guitar playing, everything from gut punch chords to kick-ass slide guitar to a little shredding. It's got everything I like.
Nice. And Fee, what do you got?
I wanted to cut Yesterday's Gone, and I'm with Dave on this one. Any one of those 4 tracks in the middle of the album could have been a hit. Personally, I like The Way It Is the best. I think that was probably my favorite on the album.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
that's a good one.
All right, and I would cut Jeff Keith from this band and this album, and I would replace him with either Stephen Pearcy or Don Dokken. Your choice. You decide. Doesn't matter to me. I'm fine with either one. Dave, what do you got?
All right. Not sure on this one. They have their, kind of signature sound. I'm not sure you'd want to change it up. But we can try a different singer. I like Jeff Keith's voice for me. He's got kind of a scrappy rawness that's cool, but I can see how it may grate on some people. I think David Coverdale could cover a similar range with a smoother sound.
I agree.
Yep,
Good
yep.
pick. Ed, what do you got?
Yeah, I agree with Dave. I don't dislike Jeff's voice, but I can see how it gets old. I can get it. I wish he does more variety, and lower the register a little, just so you enjoy singing. But yeah, I would cut Jeff Keith, and I would replace him with Joe Elliott from Def Leppard.
Nice.
Interesting. And Fee, what do you got?
See, no one responded to my text when I was at the show. I really wanted to make a fucking super group, like replace all 5 of these guys. So if you guys will bear with me, in the end, it's going to be replacing Jeff Keith with Stephen Pearcy. But tell me what you guys think of this, right? Jeff Keith with Stephen Pearcy, replaced Brian Wheat with Michael Anthony. I think he could have done some stuff with the backing vocals on this. It would have been killer.
Sure.
Replaced Troy with Tico Torres, Frank with George Lynch, and then Tommy with the guy who's currently doing it, Dave Rude, because he was fucking killer live. He was really good.
I like that band, Fee.
Nice.
Yeah,
like
me too.
Dave's a decent guitar player, man.
But
Me
I
too.
think that Dave fucking got the best pick of the night with David Coverdale. I think that album would be pretty cool. Would definitely bring this thing around to a more classic sound. Okay, final thoughts, Watt scores. Listening to this album, bummer for me because I thought I loved it. I really did not enjoy it. It's so dated. Vocals are just not for me. I did, scan the first album again after this to get the taste out of my mouth. Still a great album. I'd have to dig into it more though. So for this one, I found it to be just below average. I'm going to give it 49.1 watts. It's slightly below average for me. So there it is. Dave, what do you got?
These guys are one of the better bands of the 80s. They're lumped in with, hair metal, glam metal, call it whatever you want. If you really listen, they're a lot more like a 70s band. I hear Zeppelin. I hear Aerosmith. I'm sure those were the main influences of those guys. Come on. Oh, yeah.
I agree with you, Dave.
This is
you're right, dead on.
Definitely a quality album. Plenty of good stuff on here. If they had made those cuts, just cut out some of the junk in there. Saved a few of those songs to work on later. The album would have been so much better. I give it a 70.
70, huh? Woo.
70.
Okay. Ed, what do you got?
So hold on, I gotta type that in. So I love Tesla. Like I said earlier, they're just one of the most underrated bands from that time. And that first album was so phenomenal. And I think I almost feel like they put too many of their great songs on that album. And there were some of these songs I have a feeling were written and they should have put them on the first album just to save some of the others. But still, you put out that first album and then follow it up with 3 singles that are great songs, in my opinion. And in my opinion, Paradise, I think, is a great 4th song. So to have 4 songs, 3 or 4 songs on your sophomore, you got to give credit. I mean, how many bands usually fail on their sophomore album? It's usually the stinker.
Yeah.
So I gave them an 82.9.
That's way fucking too high, dude. That's
You're
way
out of your
too
mind.
high. 82.9. We shit on this album for an hour and a half, and it's an 82.9.
No, you shit on this album.
Oh, you
for
shit
an hour
on
and
it
a
too.
half.
Listen to the podcast Monday morning. You'll be like, fuck. I shit on this album. Fee, go
No,
ahead.
I literally have it all typed up and I read today because my brain is a fog.
Ed, you hated this album. Fee, go ahead.
I didn't know where this album was going to rank for me because I think Mechanical Resonance is a 100-watt album. Like, there's no question in my mind that and I thought this was going to rate actually a little bit higher. But the songs that I love on this album, I like a lot. Like, they're really fucking good.
A lot.
But if they cut 2 or 3 tracks, I think I'm with you, Dave. This would have been a monster album. So for those reasons, when I added up all my scores, I was just as surprised as you guys might be when I hear this. I gave this album a 72.
Good for you. Good for you, Fee. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You didn't let your fucking... Yeah, good for you. That's a good score.
Yep.
Ed, how many watts is this album pushing?
All right. This album is pushing a total of 66.25 watts.
I love that score. It's right where it should be.
No, it isn't. You
course it
fucking
is.
sandbagged it
No,
again.
no, I get this.
Tell me how many fucking hits were on the Junkyard album. Because do you want to know what you gave that for a score?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Shut up, you fucking hypocrite.
Okay. So that Junkyard album is 1,000 times better than this album.
No.
Ed, you're wrong.
It's a good album. I will
Hey.
admit it. That is a good album. But this is not a fucking garbage album. You're out of your fucking tree.
Listen, I said it's a little bit less than average. So I actually went 49.1, which is 1 point less than average. It's average.
Correct.
It's average.
But how many albums before that did you go, okay, this is a little above average, and then gave a 90 plus score to?
Okay. So Dave, where does that score land this on the Breaking Vinyl chart?
Yep, this one goes to 11, right under Fleetwood Mac Rumors, and just over Whitesnake's Saints and Sinners.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I think I would
It's
rather
about the
listen
right
to this than
spot.
Saints and Sinners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would rather listen to this than Saints and Sinners. And it doesn't touch Fleetwood Mac. I mean, come on. That's fucked up.
I think you guys fucking committed a crime with how low you ranked fucking Rumors.
You might be right. You might be right. There might have been a crime
I
committed.
am so pissed that's the fucking album you did when I was away.
There might have been a crime committed, and it might have been committed by myself. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, so guys, I have butterflies right now. Literally, I have butterflies right now. I've been saving this album in my back pocket till we were seasoned enough as a team to properly review it. And I'm telling you, this is going to get 1,000 listens. This is the first 100-watt album brought to the party.
So it doesn't have November Rain on it.
No, it doesn't. Are you all right? Are you ready for this? This might be the most complete album ever recorded. Every single song is perfect and received radio play. And on top of that, it's a live acoustic album with 0 overdubs. So what you hear from the band is what they played at the time of recording. Nothing is hidden under layers of distortion. I am bringing the first 100-watt album to the party, and the album is Alice in Chains, MTV Unplugged Live. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome.
Does that fall into soundtracks or greatest hits?
No, this is an album. This is a live album. Just like
It's
Kiss
a live
Alive
album,
2.
but it's not a single album, is it?
Yeah, single album. It's you can
Which
buy
album did they do?
This is a single album. It's called MTV Unplugged Live, Alice in Chains.
No, I get that. What studio album did they do acoustically? Is what I'm asking.
Oh, there is. Yeah,
are
there's
there
no.
songs from multiple albums on that?
Well,
So it's
yeah.
a greatest hits.
No. Would you call Kiss Alive 2 a greatest hits album?
Did
I
they
would.
do songs from other fucking recordings? Then yes.
Nope. This is being scored as a singular entity.
No, you can't put a
bodied work.
greatest hits album on.
This isn't a greatest hits album. This is a live album.
No.
Yeah.
If it's a live album of a studio album, then yes, you're out of your fucking tree. You keep making the fucking rules and changing them.
Okay. We have to do this album.
And then it needs to fall under a separate fucking category of greatest hits, because if it's got hits from multiple albums, it's a greatest hits.
All right. So should we just do an Alice in Chains record then?
That's fine.
I feel like
I
we're
love
doing.
Alice in Chains.
I feel like we're doing a disjustice to the people here.
I love that Alice in Chains MTV Unplugged, but it's not an album. It's a greatest hits. It's a live greatest hits album.
Fuck. All right. All right, then I guess we're gonna do Dangerous Toys, first album.
Yes.
Punishment.
Does this have that, was it Scary on it or whatever the fuck that song was?
Teasing, pleasing, scary, all that shit. Yeah,
like that
so there
album.
it is. I like that album too. There it is. So we're doing we just went from Alice in Chains Greatest Hits to Dangerous
Fucking
Toys.
Dangerous Toys. Oh my God, this is good. Yeah. Listen, that's gonna be a winner of a show.
Okay,
Oh
Dangerous
my
Toys.
God, I can't wait to see you fucking rate that. I want to give it a 99,
Dude,
but
I love that.
it's
Love this
slightly
album.
above average, so I'm only gonna give it a 98.
I love this album. Okay, Dangerous Toys. There it is. There it is. All right, everybody. We're doing Halloween month over at Hey, did you ever see that movie last night? We did Poltergeist. If you want to hear it, go check it out. I'm seeing that our followers and our audience is not matching up. So if you're listening to the show, all I ask is you subscribe to the show. You give us a 5-star review or whatever you want, and please share it with your friends if they like music, if they like records. Just share the fucking show and like it and subscribe. Okay.
And check out the definitely comment, leave opinions on social medias.
I can't fucking believe I wasted my pick on Dangerous Toys. All right.
Oh
all
my
right.
God, squirrel, Desi, squirrel.
All right, guys. It was awesome. Thank you. Without you guys, the show sucks. Ed, we put it on hold for you because we couldn't do it.
I
without
appreciate
you.
it, guys. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And that's it. So until next time, take those records out of the sleeve and let the music breathe. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Later.